There are 4 movements in striking that are going to generate most of the power that you'll need to be effective when you strike. And again, power is a very important thing to have, but to keep everything in perspective, power is less important than accuracy and timing. So it's something that we want to learn how to develop properly. But again, it's not the only thing, right? You can swing a baseball bat super hard, but if you don't hit the baseball, it's still a strike. Power movement 1 and 2 are going to be used primarily for your round kicks and your power punches. So 2 elements to generating power are going to be weight and speed. So force equals mass times acceleration. So roughly weight and speed are the 2 things that we want to stay on top of. Number 1, weight. I'm going to be able to get my weight moving by shifting my weight from side to side. So the wider my feet are, the more space my weight has to move. Okay, obviously we get into sort of this issue of diminishing returns as we get super wide, but generally speaking, if I want to generate power, I want to have a nice solid wide base. So I'm going to start by shifting my weight from side to side, and a good way to know where my weight is to put my head over a foot. The closer my head is to my right foot, the heavier my right foot's going to be, and vice versa. So that's the weight part of this. Power movement 1 is going to be weight shifting from lead to rear, and I'm going to turn to my rear side. My core stays solid, and I connect my knees to my hips to my shoulders. You can imagine a diagonal line from my left knee to my right shoulder, and when I drive my left knee in, my right shoulder moves back, my weight ends up on my rear foot. Power movement 2 is the same, just from the other side. This is going to feel a little bit more intuitive because my weight is going forward and my strike is going forward. So I'm going to drive off my rear foot, transfer my weight from one side to the other, and rotate my shoulders. Oftentimes generating power has more to do with pulling our hinge side back rather than throwing our striking side forward. Once you really understand the mechanics of that, it's going to open up a lot of power for your body, okay? So again, power movement 2, power movement 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. Power movement 3 and 4 are going to be rotation on a different axis. 1 and 2 is rotation on this vertical axis where I'm turning from side to side. 3 and 4 is going to be rotating here. So I'm going to lean my shoulders back and bring my hips forward. That's power movement 3. Power movement 4, hips back, shoulders forward. We're not going to use power movement 4 very often, but if you've ever seen a Superman punch or a kickstart punch, you're going to see that strike a lot. So again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Master those movements, you have about 80 to 90% of all strikes in Muay Thai mastered already.